want to be Nigeria. Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. As a people with one heart for one cause, we're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom rises and truth prevails, our land where there's hope for us all. Our land where there's hope for us all.
According to statistics from UNICEF and the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria is a country of the young, with almost half of the entire 180 million population, that's 46%, currently under the age of 15.
Down the line, things will change. But the question is, how well are they prepared for that future? What kind of an opportunity, are we leaving behind for them? What kind of structure are we building for them to be able to, emerge into? What kind of human capital index are we developing? And so when I say human capital index, health, education, are we giving all of them the platform for each and every one of them to flourish? Are we giving all of them the opportunity that they can harness their strengths and take it to the fullest potential? And that's why when I talked about our Smart City initiative, be it in public school, be it in private school, we want everyone to have internet capability so that the world is like a global market. They can have access to the highest level of curriculum, they can have access to the highest level of teaching, learning experience, that can make them better persons tomorrow. Those are the kind of opportunity we want to leave behind. What kind of health structure do we have? How well do we ensure that we kill or we eradicate, early child, infant mortality rate and all of that is something that's supposed to be in our background. We're not supposed to talk about that alone. So we must have a health system that will ensure, that people could fall sick, but there's enough, infrastructure in our health facility to ensure that they come out of it well. They come out of it, stronger and better. These are some of the things that we can leave, behind for them.
We are told that it is the egg that becomes a cock. That is if it has not been used for omelette. For our youth to respond and meet the challenges of a nation tomorrow, I think they must remain focused in their education and get themselves educated in the right sector. That is the only thing that will make us flow with other advanced countries. A situation where today that every kid is money conscious. You can get as far as to the primary level where a child with his feeding money goes to do betting like that. So everybody is looking for money at all costs and in any way. So what we need to do is to reappraise how to mold our young ones to think in the right direction.
You're talking value system?
Yes. If that is not implanted in the culture of our youth. What we are complaining about today, we will complain about in another 40 years.
Not that. So things can never be worse than this for this generation. And that's why it's a fantastic opportunity also for them. It's the best opportunity they've ever had to start to plant anew, to sprout a new way of life and living, a new understanding of who they are in the world, and to chart that course together. Because there's only one way to go, and it's northwards, it's upwards. They cannot go back again and wallow in the shit, forgive my language, in the vomit. Because the white man has vomited. They have vomited us out. We are so ugly. So our children have to learn. They have to think. They have to think. They have to think. They have to go back to their culture. They have to go back to their roots. Because their roots, their culture, their tradition, their history, those are deep. Those are deep. Go and learn from there. Go and take off from there again and sell it to the world, because the opportunities are there. We have the natural resources. They are still available in abundance. They haven't taken everything away. So, but we must save what we can and use those things to start a new production line of a new kind of leadership in our country, in our communities and in our country. And before they know it, if they toe that line, rather than be depressed, they should not be challenged. If they toe that line, you see that in another 60 years, Nigeria will be one of the greatest countries in the world. It doesn't take such a long time. In 1977, I was in China. It was a third world country. Everybody was riding a bicycle, black and white television in their homes. The place was truly underdeveloped. China is the second, if not the first now, biggest economy in the world. It's a totally different environment. In how many years? So it can be done.
We have to cancel ourselves. We that are in the hands of affairs today. We have to think of tomorrow. These people you are breeding, are you breeding them for good or you are breeding them for evil? We have to show good example ourselves and teach them the way to go so that when they grow, they will not depart from it. I think you are getting me. These people, even today, 40-year-old boy, some people will be referring to them as small boys. Wait for your time. A 40-year-old person, wait for your time. Baba Gowon became president at the age of 32. He was in the army. As a lieutenant colonel, he became president of Nigeria. And he did well. Today, somebody is 40 years, you say he's a small boy. You were a small boy about 40 years ago, you ruled. Today, you still want to rule. Heaven will punish them all. They are too old, they should check out. When the ovation is loudest, they should go out. They should get out of governance. The way we are doing, we are breeding vipers. Some of the ages of 40 you are talking about now, some of them cannot even feed themselves. Some of them, when you give them position of authority, they are also planning to make money. A fresh graduate want to use RAV4. Immediately you graduate. We didn't start like that. We started by learning the rudiment of the profession first. After that, we bought the Volkswagen B2 and graduated to under Accord. Then later, we started using small Jeep. It's not in one day. But if at that stage, they cannot think of the future of Nigeria, they are thinking of what they will make today, the future is bleak. It is not we now. They themselves, they have to look inward and talk to themselves so that they will not become thugs in the hand of these old men that want to refuse to go. When you are 80, 70, what are you doing in government? 80 something, 75, 76. For what? It's in rare cases that we should see such people in government. not to suppress their children and their grandchildren. Some people are taking the position of their children and grandchildren. Their children and grandchildren cannot make it because they have overmade it. And it's a curse. My prayer is that my children will be bigger than me.
No leader is successful, no matter how many brick and mortar or steel and metal, how many concrete you put around, how much of it that you build. If you don't build successful generation of leaders that will follow you, you have failed. And that is what we must send, what we must drive, what we must communicate to the current generation of leaders. I'm very proud. I am a talent hunter. I hunt for good talents of Nigerians and I have them all over. And I'm still doing the best. If you don't allow the talents, the creativity, the initiative to blossom in a society, you wasted the generation, you wasted your own history. You wasted a nation. You have to build a nation of patriotic young youths to really transform the society.
Our own generation fought for the unity of Nigeria. We fought a civil war. And we laid the foundation of the present democratic dispensation in Nigeria. What I will say is that the generation following us should continue to build on that foundation. Build politically, build economically, and build socially on the foundation of democracy and good governance that our own generation put on the ground.
Congratulations to our young ones who will pick up the challenge of restoration. Our own is to give hope in a promise that we will live with a united country, not as prosperous as we might want it.
You know, I see a beautiful country, you know, ahead of us. I see, you know, a country that will reckon and stand, you know, shoulder to shoulder with the Community of Nations. I see, you know, the black, you know, the biggest black nation on the earth competing with the biggest, you know, first world in the world today. You know, Nigeria being in that platform, you know, with everyone, because I believe that in future population will play a major role, because indeed it will be one of the strongest staying power, you know, that everybody will need to have. So that I believe will be the kind of 40 years from today that we'll see. But the future is really in the hands of those children, you know, and those are some of the things that, you know, is to say to them, their world will be a different world, will be a lot more competitive, because, you know, everybody, there won't be excuses. There won't be excuses because everybody would have almost equal opportunity, be it a rich man, be it an average family, be it, you know, you will have equal opportunity. So you need to open your mind and to see and to be able to take advantage of those opportunities as they arise.
And so my advice to young Nigerians is this: live a life of purpose like Daniel. Yes, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a lawyer, you want to become an engineer, or whatever, you know, course you want to pursue. However, the most important thing is that you want to become like Jesus. Because the more like Jesus you become, the greater the lawyer you will be, the better the doctor you will be, the better the engineer you will be. So your purpose, your primary purpose should be spiritual. And then your secular purpose will now be secondary to that. And the spiritual will now enhance the secular and make you the best in any area of human endeavor that you choose to go into. And that is why you should not fritter away your destiny on youthful lusts. you should have this vision of Isaiah 58, verse 12. In the Message Bible, it says, you will use the old rubble of past lives to build anew, rebuild the foundations from out of the past. You will be known as those who can fix anything, restore old ruins, rebuild, renovate, and make the community livable again in Jesus' name. This is the vision for young Nigerians. If you put God first, there is nothing you set your hand to you will not succeed, excel, and prosper in, and thereby create a better community, a better environment for our nation. The answer to the Nigerian problem is God. This will qualify our youths to be God's chosen vessels.
The youth, you, the potential leaders of the country, must make up your mind to change your attitude, to become patriotic, to emulate our founding fathers. You must be committed and dedicated to the nation. You must forget all these tribal and religious differences and come together. So you, the youth, are the answer. You are the panacea to our ills. You are the solution to the problems. You are the vanguard of the revolution and the vehicles of change. You must make up your minds to love one another, to respect one another, to accommodate one another, to put the national interest above your personal interest, and to forget greed, and to be fair and just to all and sundry, irrespective of religion, tribe, or political affiliation. Justice. Try to elect good leaders who have a sense of fair play and justice. Behind every trouble or crisis anywhere in the world, not only in Nigeria, is injustice. The solution is justice. Let leaders know in Nigeria and anywhere in the world that the world can never be governed by force, never by fear, even never by power. In the end, what governs is the mind, what conquers is the spirit.
As a diverse nation, we will use that diversity for economic prosperity of our country. And we cannot achieve that unless we invest in our youths. Research and development, capacity to take risk, ability to not give up, to be proud Nigerians.
But more importantly to our teeming population, to the corn seller by the road, to that vulcanizer, by the roadside, to that peanut seller, to that man or woman who is a danfo driver. You are the real citizens. You are the ones that have held, the togetherness of this country, and you have held, to the tenets that believe that all of us, working together will come out stronger and better. I want to wish each and every one of us the very best, as we celebrate our 60th anniversary as a country, as the biggest black nation in the entire world. And to say to all of us that, yes, we might have gone through difficult times, we might have had our own challenges, but we will come out of the tunnel stronger, better, and brighter. And I still believe in this country. I believe that greater things are still ahead for all of us.
I would say let us all as Nigerians, as we step into this new decade in the history of our nation, pursue this mantra. I in my corner, you in yours. No effort is too small. One candle can set a whole city aflame.
Never give up on your country.
We look up once again to the flag as a symbol of hope, sharing in it the story of hope and victory, rekindling the spirits of patriotism, reminding every Nigerian that Nigeria is worth the try. Nigeria, arise. Nigeria, look up. And I believe if we stop hating, there'll be peace and harmony. I believe the food and shelter can no more be luxury. And I believe that hopes and dreams can become reality. I believe we are the chosen, we're the pride of Africa. I believe that our hopes and dreams